Welcome to another English class with Mexican English, a channel where a Mexican and a Canadian come together to provide English learning tips, specifically targeted towards Spanish speakers.
El día de hoy hablaremos sobre el proceso de aplicación a un potencial trabajo y cómo prepararnos para una entrevista de trabajo. Cuando se solicita trabajo profesional en Canadá o en Estados Unidos, hay dos documentos que normalmente se deben presentar. Un cover letter, es una carta de presentación, y un resume, que es un currículum.
A cover letter is a one-page document that presents the basics of who you are, why you would be a good fit for the job, and what makes you want to work for that company.
En la parte superior deberíamos incluir nuestro nombre, nuestra dirección, nuestra información de contacto como nuestro número telefónico y nuestro correo electrónico, y debajo deberíamos incluir la fecha y algún job ID que puede ser o no incluido en la aplicación, así como la dirección de la compañía a la que estamos aplicando también.
Now it's time to write the contents of the letter. To begin, you should address it to the hiring manager. For example, Dear Miss Donna Smith, or Hello, Mr. John Davidson.
Si no conocen el nombre de la persona a quien va dirigido, pueden simplemente escribir Dear Hiring Manager o To whom it may concern.
Now it's time to fill out the contents of your letter. This is your opportunity to sell yourself and why you believe you are the perfect fit for the company.
Discutan sus experiencias relevantes de educación, trabajo y voluntariado y cómo esto ayudaría en su lugar de trabajo.
Try to connect everything you can to the job responsibilities and the skills required that are mentioned in the job posting.
Es una buena idea hacer una investigación sobre la compañía y saber qué es exactamente lo que ellos buscan y que muestres qué es lo que sabes de ellos.
I normally like to include something that they recently posted on their website or social media and explain why that makes me want to work for them.
Asegúrense de finalizar su carta agradeciéndoles por su consideración y esperando que se comuniquen en el futuro.
Next is the resume. This is probably the most important piece of the job application process. Here is where you list all of your relevant experience and qualifications.
Una vez más, deberías incluir tu nombre, dirección e información de contacto en la parte superior de la página.
Everybody formats their resumes a little differently, but there are several categories or headings that should usually be included. Number 1, education. Here, you would list your relevant education, where you studied, and when you graduated. If you received any special achievements, awards, or scholarships, be sure to include that here.
Work experience. This is where you will list all your previous employment, including their company name, when you worked for them, and what your role and responsibilities included.
Next, language skills. Here, you can list any other language skills and certifications if you have them.
The next is computer or technical skills. This is where you will list any relevant computer knowledge you have, perhaps with the Office suite, programming, coding, or with digital systems such as sales platforms.
Next, your volunteer experience. Companies like to see that you volunteer and are involved in your community. This is your chance to show off some of your community service involvement while linking it to relevant skills for the job you are applying for. If you have a good resume and cover letter, there's a good chance that you get asked in for an interview. Now, we are going to review some ways to prepare for an interview.
Antes de discutir las preguntas comunes de la entrevista, es importante indicar que trates de llegar unos 10 minutos antes de la entrevista y esperar pacientemente a que te indiquen a dónde tienes que ir. Asegúrate de vestirte de manera apropiada profesionalmente, siéntate o párate derecho y te ayudarán a sentirte y a parecer más seguro de ti mismo estas indicaciones. Otra pregunta frecuente durante una entrevista de trabajo es Tell me a little about yourself.
Now, With this question, they probably don't care about hearing your favorite color or your dog's name. They are giving you a platform to give a sales pitch about yourself.
Puedes mencionar brevemente de dónde eres, a qué escuela fuiste, pero luego debes dar una descripción de tus experiencias más relevantes en tu vida profesional y personal.
Try to connect everything to the job responsibilities and the skills that they are looking for, as mentioned in the job posting.
Otra pregunta común es, what are your greatest strengths?
You could choose 2 to 3 of the following skills and briefly give an example of how you have used them in the past. Organizational, teamwork, hard work ethic, detail-oriented, time management, customer relationship, presentation, creativity, flexibility. These are just a few skills that you can mention in the interview.
Otra pregunta común es, tell me about a time that you have to resolve a conflict. O tal vez podrían preguntar, tell me about a time you have to solve a problem without clear instructions.
For questions like this, be sure to use in-depth, real-life situations that directly answer the question. For example, when I was working at my last job, there was a situation where, and then continue to explain what you did to solve the problem.
Ellos también podrían preguntarte, why did you apply for this position? Why do you want to work for our company? Or, what do you know about this organization?
This is your opportunity to explain what you know about the company and why you believe you would be a good fit with them. I recommend always coming to interviews prepared with a couple solid points that show that you have researched them and know about some of the recent things that they have done. Discussing something very recent related to the company is a great way to differentiate yourself and show your interest and that you really did research them.
Finalmente, cuando la entrevista esté casi por terminada, ellos podrían preguntarte si tienes alguna pregunta sobre la posición a la que estás aplicando. A continuación, unas preguntas muy frecuentes que te pueden servir en una aplicación.
What opportunities are there within this role for my professional growth? Or, what does a typical day look like? Another one. What are some of the biggest challenges with this position? Or, what is something that you like about the culture at your business? You can ask that to the interviewer and see how they respond. Thank you for watching this week's video. Now you should be a little bit more prepared for the job application process in your next interview.
Nos gustaría recordarte que puedes suscribirte a nuestra página de Patreon para recibir acceso a las hojas de trabajo para practicar lo que aprendes en cada episodio. También podrás encontrar una plantilla de un resume y un cover letter en la página de Patreon que podrás usar para ti mismo. Tu apoyo nos ayuda a seguir creando contenido valioso para todos ustedes que están estudiando el idioma inglés. Además, allí puedes encontrar transcripciones de nuestro podcast que estamos lanzando cada lunes y que lo vas a disfrutar muchísimo. Muchas gracias por su tiempo. See you next class. We are Mex y Can. En la parte superior deberíamos incluir nuestro nombre, nuestra dirección, información de Come on. Una vez más, deberías incluir tu nombre, dirección e información de contacto. I can say contacto, man.